After making six figures, selling literally every type of digital product that you could think of, here are the things that I would do if I had to start from scratch. Now, if you don't know, when I started from scratch, it was during the pandemic. I was stuck in America and I just wanted to get out so that I could have more freedom to travel and live cheaper because I didn't have any money. I was broke as a joke. I only had like $600 in the bank and I was sleeping on my mom's couch. I was working a job that I hated at Netflix customer service, getting cussed out nearly every day, threatened, everything that you think of because someone forgot their password. And I was at the point where it's like, I could not live like this anymore. When I heard about digital products, the fact that you could create a PDF or some other type of digital file, sell it, and make money when you sleep, like that was all I needed to hear. I was like, okay, how do I get in on that? So I spent about a week or two researching and creating my very first ebook that was all about hair care. Little did I know, taking that one step, even though I didn't know what the heck I was doing, would be the beginning of my own financial freedom journey. Now, I learned everything for free. That's why on this channel, I do not gatekeep. I know a lot of people are like, why would you give away this knowledge for free? Like, look, I learned for free, so I'm not gonna gatekeep my knowledge now that I have what I want, right? Now, because I just wanted to get my digital product up and going, I didn't take the time to research what platform was best for me to sell on, and this was my biggest mistake because I started selling on Etsy. I mean, I saw all the videos online. Everybody said it was quick, it was easy, and you have a built-in audience that Etsy, would promote your shop and all these things. And I ended up getting up to around $20,000 in sales until Etsy completely shut down my shop. Now, why did they do this? Well, I still don't know to this day. I reached out to them over and over trying to get my shop back and they never responded to me. Eventually, I moved on to other digital products, so I didn't really care, but that's why I always recommend on this channel selling on your own website. I've sold on Amazon. I sold print on demand and stuff like that on Amazon. I've sold on Etsy. With Amazon, I would have shirt designs taken down. With Etsy, they shut me down. Now I would just sell on my own website and prevent that. I had people asking, what website do I build on? Just choose something like Hostinger. I'll put the link in the description if you want to follow along. I partnered with Hostinger because they are really good, guys. You get up to 50 websites in one plan. You have 0 transaction fees. You have a bunch of AI tools starting at just $3.29 per month. You can choose the period of time that you want. So if it's 48 months or if it's only 1 month, but the longer you pay, the better of a price that you're gonna get. With certain plans, you even get a free domain, so you can just enter in your domain name here. And if you would like to add AI powered email, which I suggest just because you can get more sales by just emailing people and having your email list, then you can add email marketing as well. Whatever plan you get, you do have to pay it up front. That's why I like the longer plans, because I don't want to be worried about getting charged every month. And I even have a coupon code for you guys. So if you guys enter code ENERGY, ENERGI, that will give you an extra discount to keep this very affordable. With Hostinger, they have an AI website builder. All we need to do is enter our brand name. We're going to enter a detailed description, and I always mention that I'm selling things so that the AI can add the online store component. And then in just a few minutes, you really will have your website up and running. Now, this is very personalized to your niche, but of course we want to go in and edit it more. So we can click on continue, we can click on edit website, and just change up whatever we want. Everything is very drag and drop. So I don't like this homepage image, for example. So I'm going to click that and then use one of the free images that they have and change my website to look how I like. But of course, I want to sell a product. So I'm going to go to store and I'm going to click on add product. From here, I'll upload my digital product and Hostinger will send my customer a download link so that they can access it. And if we go to our website, you can see that our product page is completely up and running and ready to make sales. It looks so much more professional than everybody else who, they're just selling on a third-party platform. When I got started with this side hustle a few years ago, I didn't have AI. It was not as big as it is today. If I were to start over, honey, I'd be using AI for everything, okay? Do not listen to the people that are trying to put you off of AI, because if you are in a position where you need something to change and up until now you haven't had the tools, you haven't had the resources, you don't have money to pay a designer, you don't have time to be going in and manually doing things, you need to start using the AI because it is a helper that can get you to change not only your life, but the life of people who come after you. Because what if you do launch this digital product, right? And it changes everything like it did for me. That's why I'm so passionate when I talk about this, because I know what it was like to be homeless, eating in food kitchens and stuff like that. And I will never go back to that, especially with AI. There's a few different things that you can use AI for. One is to create your profitable idea, because that really stops a lot of people from being profitable at all. And so I created this free custom GPT for you. It's 100% free, and it is trained on all of my knowledge from selling digital products for years. When you come to the GPT, you have three options. Maybe you already have an idea, you have too many ideas, or you have no ideas. So I'm gonna click on I have an idea, and then the GPT is prompted for exactly what to tell you. So it's gonna ask you for your experience, your skills, your strengths, and any constraints that you have. Whatever ChatGPT asks you, just answer it with as much detail as possible. Unlike the regular ChatGPT, this one is programmed to ask you like the best questions so that you can create the best idea and set yourself up for success. It's gonna help you hone in on your audience, their problem, and your specific niche. So I help people recovering from dieting reduce sugar cravings without restriction so that they can build trust with food. Whereas most people would just be like, oh, I want to write a book about how to stop sugar. No, this one helps you be very, very specific and therefore way more profitable. Another custom GPT that I made for you, again, completely free, is something that writes your entire ebook for you if you do want to create an ebook. Now it's going to turn your raw idea into something that is fully ready to create. I will start this by saying create my ebook. I can use the same idea that I got from the idea generator, and I can put that into this custom GPT that is the ebook creator. Now the ebook creator also is going to give you a lot of questions that you can answer. So all you need to do is just copy and paste these here. I want to write a book about, and then you can put your idea here and then just answer as many of these questions as possible. The reason that I like you guys using a custom GPT is that you guys are always searching for the perfect prompt, but how about we just use something that has the prompts built in, so it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what starting point you're at, you can use this to create an entire ebook. This GPT is honestly one of the best on the market for creating a very profitable ebook, and I broke it all down in this video that I'll put on the screen. By the time you finish all of these phases, there's like 5 phases that the AI has you go through before it even starts writing one single word. You will get a fully written ebook. I'll put on the screen the ebook that I created from this custom GPT, and you can see that it's quite long and very detailed and really ready to just start selling. Now, there are a lot of different AI tools that you can use to create your digital product. These are just 2 that I feel like are the most beginner friendly, and I made them so I know that they're good. But I broke down in this video right here all of the best AI tools that you can use to help you create your digital product. So one time I was showing my friend who was a graphic designer my ebook. I'm all excited. I'm like, girl, look at what I'm about to launch. And she looked at it and she said, this is what you're gonna sell? Guys, it looked so bad, okay? Because I did not have any design skills. So if I were to do this over with any kind of ebook or PDF that I'm launching, anything that needs design, emails, website, I'm using AI, I'm using ChatGPT, I'm using Nano Banana to help me design my product. To show you how this works, I'm gonna use an ebook for an example, but this can apply to any type of design, whether it's an email or whether it's a web page. You can use this prompt on the screen to create your cover for an ebook or whatever other product that you wanna create a design for. I used this pretty basic prompt and I still got a good result, so the AI is really intelligent. I also like to go to Canva and look up their ebook covers, and if I see something that I like, I'm gonna screenshot that, put it into ChatGPT and say, hey, give me something similar but change whatever elements, and this gets me a very good design as well that's a little bit more professional. A lot of you guys, when you're selling a digital product, your digital product flops, let's be honest. I mean, nobody wants that thing, nobody's gonna buy it. Don't feel bad, because this happens to me too. I've launched products and only gotten a few sales. Now, what I did before, and what I see a lot of you guys doing, is you're launching products, you're spending the time making them, but when you're launching launching, you're launching to crickets. You don't have anybody waiting for what you have to offer. And honestly, it's a sucky feeling. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, because putting in all that time and all that work just to make $0, we don't wanna do that. What we're gonna do before we create anything is we are actually gonna launch a waitlist. Now, with our waitlist, you are gonna put all the ideas that you have and make it into a launch page as if you're gonna launch it. But instead of saying buy now, I want you to change that button to join the waitlist. This is because you can see if people are actually interested in what you have to offer. You can even do this if you have an idea, like you're somebody who you have ideas for two different things. You're multi-talented. Instead of creating two different things, create a website for one with a waitlist, create a website for another with a waitlist. If you're using Hostinger, you get up to 50 websites, so why not? And then whenever you're doing your marketing efforts, you can drive people to each product. Whichever product has the most signups for the waitlist, that is the one that you put your energy and effort to. You don't have to do anything for this. You literally don't have to create anything but a website, so you don't have anything to lose. Creating your waitlist is easy. What we're gonna do is we'll go to pages and then we'll click on add page. We can go to the project button and just choose one of these projects. I like how it looks the best, and we'll rename our page to waitlist. Now, where it says our projects, we're gonna delete that and then click add a new section. In here, we can just add one of these main sections because I think it looks better. Then we're gonna delete this button, go to elements, and then click on add form, because this is how we're gonna actually get our waitlist here. Just drag it to where you want it to be, and we're gonna go click on edit form. Now in edit form, in the field section, we can delete the fields that we don't want so that only name and email are left. We're then gonna click on button and change that text to join waitlist. From here, that's pretty much all you need to do. Now just add in your images and information about your product. So I did this one as an example of how your waitlist would look. Just edit the images to be what you want, and then when someone enters their name and email, they'll then go to your waitlist and you can start emailing them about your product when it's ready to launch. When I first got started selling my ebook, guys, I was selling it for $5. Now this is very low, but when I got started, I was so unsure. I mean, I really didn't know what I was doing. So I was like, okay, $5, it sounds reasonable. And then I saw someone make a comment that was like, wow, this book is so affordable. And I was like, okay, if they're willing to pay $5, maybe they're willing to pay $8. Maybe they're willing to pay $10, right? And so I slowly started raising the price, but I didn't only raise the price, I also raised the value. This just means that I added things to my offer to justify a higher price. So I started at $5 and I ended up getting up to $40. Why is that? Well, I added templates, I added journals, I added recipe book, I added so much more things to it so that I didn't have to be scared when I said, yes, it's $40 for each one. I would have never made $20,000 from that if I had just kept it at my first price of $5. So a lot of people that I talk to, they're always scared of charging more, and honey, I have no problem with that. I would charge $1,000 if I could. But I think if you're scared of charging more money, it's because you're unsure of the value. I always like the idea of selling $100 for $1. Now, what does this mean? Well, if somebody came to you and said, hey, I'll give you this $100 bill if you give me $1. I mean, that's a no-brainer, right? Because you're getting more value than you're giving. And so when you're creating a digital product and you want to charge $40, $100, $200, $300, then make sure that you're giving them 10 times, 100 times the value so that it then becomes a no-brainer and you don't have to feel awkward about selling it for a lot of money. Another way to do this in Hostinger is to get your customer to purchase related products at the checkout. Just click on Website Builder, Manage Store, and then we're gonna go to the Settings tab and click on Checkout. Just check this box, Show Additional Product Suggestions in the Shopping Bag, and then click on Manage Category. In Manage Category, the 3 products that you want to be shown, just drag them to the first 3 spots. And then when your customer adds your product to the bag, you'll see that these 3 related products are going to be shown. They can add that to the bag, and then they're going to be spending more with you. If I had started doing any of these things sooner, I probably could have scaled to 1 million in my first 2 years or something, but I was a newbie, I didn't know. But now you guys know know. So I hope that you can take this information and actually run with it. If you guys have any questions or comments or things that you want me to cover, just let me know down below. And if you need more help creating digital products, then I will put this digital product playlist on the screen. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video.